I always worry a little bit about recording these videos because I don't want to come across as biased, because I do have an online store. I do have a store that specializes in selling Pokemon cards. I try my best not to like pump it up and tell everybody, go shop from the Card Coliseum. I really want you guys to buy from me because I want you guys to spend your money in the best way. I want you to do what's best. And while we do have good prices, and a lot of times we do have some of the best prices out there, there are times where it's cheaper to get product elsewhere. And I don't want to stop you from going out and finding better deals, because I think you have to do what is best for you when it comes to building your Pokemon collection. This is a hobby. This is supposed to be a lot of fun, and you're not going to have fun if you're overspending and overdoing it. So while I appreciate all the support, I don't want to overdo it, and I hope that that comes across well during this video. But I do want to talk to you guys about the LGS right now and what's going on, because that Twitter is a funny place. That Twitter can be really funny. Shameless shout out to myself. You can follow me on Twitter at Danny__O. I'm terrible at tweeting, but I'm good at reading tweets, and reading tweets can be a lot of fun. There's a lot of drama. If you're not on Twitter, you definitely should join Twitter, because I'm going to show you a couple accounts, or one account in specific, that I think you should follow, that gives you a lot of really good insight to what's going on in Pokemon when it comes to good deals that are out there. I've talked about them a lot before, but before we jump into that, I want to talk about the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection, which releases today, and bundling and canceling bundles, and why you may not shop from your LGS, but you may want to consider shopping from your LGS. Just a lot of data, and it's going to get a little bit overwhelming, but there is a reasoning behind it, and I hope you guys can bear with me. I want to show you some stuff that I think is super important. If you enjoy this kind of content, please leave a like down below, leave a comment on the video. It goes a really long way for the algorithm, even if it's just saying, hey Danny, what's up, dude? I would really appreciate it. Share the video, share the channel, hit that subscribe button if you're not already. We are closing in on 100,000 subscribers, slowly but surely. When we get there, it's going to be like the most epic giveaway ever with vintage booster boxes. We're going to break them all open, give away all the packs. It's going to be absolutely incredible. I'm going to flip you guys around so you can see what I'm talking about. First of all, there was a lot of talk about bundles when it comes to the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection, and nobody knew what was going to happen with big box stores. We had no idea how many Charizard Ultra Premium Collections were going to be out there. Now, a lot of LGSs did get more than double what they got originally with the Celebrations UPC, and that's something that we talked about right away. We said, don't FOMO over this product, because there's going to be a lot out there. There's going to be more than double of the Celebrations Ultra Premium Collection, but we did not know that Walmart, Target, Best Buy, even the Pokemon Center, we're going to have tons and tons of these available, where it was going to sit online for hours, where you could go add 2 to your cart, come back later, it'd still be available to add 2 more. It was absolutely insane how many of these were out there and were printed, which is great. It's great that there's a lot out there, but then all of a sudden you started getting a lot of cancellations, and a lot of cancellations that went to LGSs that are hurting right now. And I'm not here saying that you should feel bad about it, because I understand the LGS is a very difficult role for a lot of people to respect, especially with what's going on over the past year and a half. Now, there are a lot of good online LGSs. We did our best to make sure that we sold at MSRP or really close to MSRP. We put promo codes, we hid items so that way it wouldn't get bought out by bots. There are a lot of LGSs out there who do the same thing. So even if your local game store isn't somebody who's really bending over backwards to try and help you out, there still are a lot of good LGSs out there. I recommend looking out for those, looking around for those to buy products. That way you can get discounted product for your future Pokemon goals. But a lot of cancellations went out there when it came to bundles, and I want to talk about just what's going on in Pokemon, because we've talked about a lot of the overwhelming amount of releases that have come out. There's been so much product that has come out over the last couple months, and it kind of continues, right? We have Silver Tempest coming, pre-releases starting this weekend, and then boom, we get a little bit of a break before January hits, and then we get Sword and Shield 12.5, and then before you know it, Scarlet and Violet is here. So I just wanted to go over really what it looks like for an LGS right now, so you can get some insider information into what an LGS is going through. This is products that have released after Lost Origin. Now remember, Lost Origin was delayed. It came out in the middle of September. So this is basically end of September, beginning of October. So just the month of October up until the release of Silver Tempest. Now, this is basically a small to medium-sized storefront, what they would expect when it comes to invoices. So we're going to start out with just the Dialga and Palkia collection boxes. Those came out recently. Right now, the wholesale price on those LGS LGSs are going to pay about $23. We're still in a world where force allocation is a thing. So LGSs are getting told, hey, you can get this much. If you don't take this much, that's fine, but it could impact future orders when it comes to booster boxes or future Charizard Ultra Premium collections or whatever else might come back that LGSs are definitely going to want because they're going to be very in demand. So we're still in a world of force allocations being a thing. It's becoming better. They're starting to let you order more frequently on some products, but not every product. So let's say your LGS is getting force allocated 90 of these Dialga and Palkia V-Star collections. So that's $2,070 right there. Then we've got those Dragonite deck holders, those deck holders from Pokemon Go. Remember Pokemon Go being the set that nobody really wants? Even though it's not a bad set, it's just not a whole lot of people really want it because they keep pulling the same card over and over again. Those are sitting on the shelves. Those are very, very difficult to turn. Those wholesale for about $30, and there's a lot of them. So force allocation much, much higher on those. You're looking at about 270 of those for a small to medium-sized store. That's $8,100 that they're getting invoiced specifically for that product. Then we've got the hidden potential tins. Not bad. We went over those. Ours in specific had 2 Evolving Skies packs, 2 Lost Origin packs, and a Brilliant Stars pack. Not every hidden potential case was like that. A lot of them had Fusion Strike instead of Brilliant Stars, but $80 wholesale roughly for that. You're getting force allocated about 40 of those. That's $3,200. Then we've got the Virizion box, not selling very well. $12.50 about the wholesale price on those. You're getting force allocated, let's say 120. That's $1,500 for that invoice right there. Then we've got the Deoxys Zeraora battle boxes. Those wholesale for about $17. You're getting allocated about 120. That means you're spending about $2,000 on that product. Then we've got the stacking tins. Those also come out today, same day as the Ultra Premium collection. $44 for a case of those. Your allocation is about $20. That means you're spending about $880 on that product right there. Then we've got the Zoroark boxes. Those come out today also. A lot of people are really hyped up about the Charizard Ultra Premium collection. There's still 2 other products that come out today, the stacking tins and the Zoroark box. You're getting force allocated, let's say 90 of those. That's $2,070 right there. Then the big one, right? The Charizard Ultra Premium collection. You knew you were getting more than double of the Celebrations Ultra Premium collection. So look at this note on the invoice right there. $70 wholesale. You're getting 170 of them. That's $11,900 that you got to pay to get that product in. Then we've got the Electro boxes, the Hisuian Electro boxes. Those come out, I think, next weekend, very, very quickly, right around the same time as Silver Tempest. $12.50 wholesale on those, getting about 120 of those. That's another $1,500. Then boom, before you know it, you're getting slapped with Silver Tempest. And we're just going over Silver Tempest ETBs and booster boxes. I'm not even including the 3-pack blisters, the booster bundles, the single-pack blisters, the check lanes. I'm not even including all that stuff as well. Booster boxes, you're looking at wholesale price of about $82.50, a little short printed on this set. So we're going with an allocation of $360. That's $29,700. The ETB paying about $25 wholesale, getting about 200 of those. That's $5,000 right there. So overall, in the span of a month, just in invoices, your LGS is looking at spending about $68,000, $67,960 that they are paying for upfront for all this product without really selling it. If they do sell it, let's say they do sell it. Let's say they sell it at the going market rate. Market rate right now for these products is awful. It is tough, with the exception of the Charizard Ultra Premium collection selling for MSRP, because let's face it, big box stores still selling it at MSRP. You can still find it out there for MSRP. The Dialga and Palkia boxes, however, those are selling for only about $34. When you factor in shipping costs for those, that means you're only profiting about $220 if you sell your entire allocation of all 90 boxes, which more than likely you're not at $34. You're going to have to come even lower than that. So let's say they sell all of them at the lowest market price. That's $220 that they're profiting. And they need to find a way to run their store, pay their employees, do all these things with the profit margin that we're going to be looking at the bottom. The Dragonite deck holders, you're not making anything on these. Sale price right now on these, lowest market price, $36. These are prices that I actually went out, found on TCG Player, on eBay, on different stores on Google that you can go out and purchase these products for at this price. $270 profit for the Dragonite deck holder. The hidden potential tin, you can buy them by the case. They're selling for about $102 right now. Not too terrible, but still, once you factor in shipping, things like that, you're looking at a profit of about $400. The Virizion box, these are not selling well at all. Sale price on these bad boys, $13. Basically wholesale, when you factor in the shipping costs of even first class on those, between $4 and $5, you're looking at losing $420 if you sell your entire allocation at that sale price right there. The stacking tins, wholesale price on those, like we said, about $44. You're getting allocated 20 of them. Sale price right now, they're selling for about $61 for the case. When you add in shipping charges and things like that, you're looking at a profit of about $140 on your entire allocation. The Zorak boxes, those are already selling for only $35, so those are less than MSRP right now. That means you're profiting about $180 after you include shipping. This still isn't including taxes or anything like that, any other things, supplies. This is just factoring in shipping. The Charizard Ultra Premium Collection, this is where you make your money back. This is where a lot of LGSs were kind of putting their eggs all in one basket, all their cookies in one jar. This is why a lot of people got upset, because they talk about scalping and things like that, which is understandable. That part is very understandable. But just MSRP, just selling at MSRP, you're looking at about $6,460 in profit if you sell these at MSRP once you factor in shipping costs and things like that. It's a little bit bulkier, so a little bit more expensive to ship. The electrode boxes, these aren't even out yet, and they're pre-ordering for basically wholesale. They're selling for about $15 right now. You sell all of them at the current market price, you're losing $180. The Silver Tempest ETB, cheapest one I could really find, $35. They're cheaper if you can buy them by the case, but just for a single unit, $35. You're profiting about $100 or $400 on those. The Deoxy Zero Oro, those have fallen very, very hard. Sale price on those is about $23. That's about $6 over wholesale. If you sell all of those at the current lowest market price, you're losing about $480. And then the Silver Tempest Booster Box, selling for about $96 is the lowest I could find on eBay. You can get them cheaper if you buy it in a case, but if you sell all those at the lowest market price, you're only making about $1,260 on your entire allocation of 360 units. Somehow you need to find a way to operate a store based off of this profit margin at the bottom of $8,250 over the course of 2 months, assuming you sell all those products at the lowest listed market price. However, we're running into a lot of issues right now where a lot of people have gotten cancellations. A lot of people, LGSs, have gotten orders that they've had returned because people found a cheaper price. People found the big box stores selling them at $119.99 as opposed to the $140 or $150 or whatever. I'm not saying you should pay over MSRP, but that's a huge factor. And the bundles. The bundles have been a big, big deal. And we did not bundle anything at our store. I don't like the idea of bundling, but I also understand the reasoning behind a lot of stores doing it. We're going to look at a couple bundles in just a second here, but I do want to draw your attention to Pokemon Drops on Twitter. So this is at Pokemon TCG Drops. I was talking to the person who runs this Twitter page the other day, just because I wanted to make sure it was okay that I kind of talk about their Twitter in this video. And I wanted to say, hey, nothing bad's going to be said about it. I just want to make sure before I showcase your Twitter account that it's okay, that I have your permission. You say, yeah, that's fine, totally fine. But a great resource that you can use to support good LGSs who are out there. So like right now, Blowout Cards having a Black Friday deal. You can see Astro Radiance ETBs as low as $24.88. And then they've got a bunch of other stuff just kind of showcasing you what is all out there. We've got Bucks Card Shop here having Silver Tempest deals. They've got a booster box for $95. The booster bundle for only $14.99. Game Nerds having Astro Radiance ETBs for $24.97 because there's so much excess out there. We showed you how much extra was out there, and when they're not selling for anywhere close to MSRP, that's where you get those bundles for the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection. So definitely check out the Pokemon Drops account, Pokemon TCG Drops account on Twitter. Even if you don't have a Twitter, sign up for one just so you can follow them. You can follow me as well, but definitely follow them because there's some really good deals out there that they post, and for the most part, from what I've seen, it's all really good LGSs who aren't selling above MSRP, who are doing a good job of trying to help the collector, help the base, and things like that. But going back to bundles, so this is one that Becca Castle just recently produced and put up a couple days ago. So this is the Charizard UPC sale, and they're showcasing these $10 off MSRP, $10 off MSRP, $30 off MSRP, but all this excess product that's out there. So if you are able to support LGSs, good LGSs like like Beckett Castle, I highly recommend doing that rather than buying from like Target or other big box stores if you are able to. Now, I understand the desire and the necessity. I also understand the convenience factor of being able to go to a big box store, a big box retailer, and just pick up the item right away rather than waiting to have it shipped and things like that. But you can look at these numbers here. Here's another one. This is Zulu's, I believe. Zulu's showing a bunch of different bundles that they were doing for the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection. So I'm assuming these are still available. They had put out a tweet the other day about packaging them up and things like that. So bundling deals with a lot of this excess product that's out there, and they're kind of throwing these in there for a much better deal, so that way they're not forced to sell singular products at the lowest market price and lose money on all this stuff. And this is the best way that LGSs can kind of operate in order to stay in business. It's been a very, very dark day for a lot of LGSs with the overwhelming amount of product as things get back to normal. And I've seen a lot of comments about good, let the LGS die and things like that, but you don't want that. And the main reason why you don't want that is because you don't want to just buy direct from the PokemonCenter.com all the time, because while it's great to have that as an option, you're not going to want to pay $144 for a booster box when you can buy them for $100 or $95 from some of these companies that Pokemon TCG Drops is showcasing. So it's best to kind of meet in the middle and have the best middle ground. So if you are somebody who likes to buy stuff at big box stores, that's totally fine. But when you're shopping around, going to other LGSs that are out there that you can support and can show your support to, definitely highly recommend it. And it's tough right now because they did have a lot of cancellations and things like that. But I wanted to showcase this data here so that way you guys can see what a bunch of LGSs are kind of going through. I really like to understand things from both sides of view. So not just from the storefront, but from the collector's base also. And I'm not going to pump up my store and tell you that you should shop at the Card Coliseum, but I am going to say that if you have an LGS in your area or somewhere surrounding that you really enjoy working with, definitely continue to work with them. A lot of these companies got hit pretty hard with the amount of Charizard UPCs out there just because of the bundles that they put out. So a lot of cancellations when it came to those bundles, which is somewhat unfortunate. And while I understand you don't necessarily want all those extra products, but you want to be able to buy product at MSRP, I just wanted to show you the information so that way you had it. And I hope you guys do enjoy it because it did take me a long time to throw all this data together. But a lot of product that has been released by the Pokemon Company that has kind of really handcuffed a lot of LGSs out there. So I hope you guys do like this information. If you do, like I said, please leave a like down below, leave a comment because it does go a long way for the algorithm. Follow Pokemon TCG Drops on Twitter because there are some really sick deals, especially as we move into the holiday season. And obviously, Pokemon collecting on a budget is really important if you're going to stay in this hobby and in this game for the long term, especially as we move into the holiday season, buying gifts and things like that. So thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're not already subscribed. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you so much. Until next time, guys. Peace.